Alright guys, just wanted to bring a quick video to you. I don't know, it might not be real quick, but anyway, the Axial Dingo kit that I built this winter. This is the new version with the updated axles, and it's the kit version with the 1.9 Ripsaw tires, all that good stuff. Anyway, I'm making a trade on it for a new addition to the collection. So this one here is going to be leaving, and I just wanted to, I did spend some quality time with it, so I just wanted to give like a quick review, or maybe just my thoughts, not an official review, on this kit. I actually really enjoyed it. Like say you build it from scratch. The components on the kit is they're really nice. The axles and especially the new and improved drive shafts here is probably my favorite part of the new version of this truck, rather than like the RTR version. Then they give you the aluminum trailing arm suspension links down in the bottom. They did stick with the plastic up top, which I didn't have any problems with, but would have been nice if those were aluminum as well. The only negative I had on this kit was with this body, with the stock body, this plastic roll cage here. It's really heavy. So if I were you guys, before I glued your tires down, I would put some weights inside of them, maybe 6-8 ounces up front and 2 or 3 in the rear, because it's really top heavy when you run it with the body on it. You know, you're trying to scale, you're trying to climb some stuff, and it just wants to kind of flip pretty easily because that roll cage is heavy and it's up high. But that's really the only negative that I really found with the kit. Another, well, major negative. Another small one is that they went to a glue-on type wheel, which I liked the old beadlock style better, but that way you could switch out tires and play with the weight. Maybe if you thought the weight was too much, you know, you could take a little bit of it out and you know, just tune it a little bit without having to fool with it too much. So anyway, I had a Novak 45 turn brushed motor and a Novak Rooster ESC in here, the crawler rooster, and I'm pulling all this stuff out. I just used Velcro here so that I can swap electronics around pretty easily. But I'm pulling all this stuff out so that I can make my trade this evening with a good buddy of mine. He's got a pretty cherry little kit that I thought I wanted to get my hands on. So I highly recommend this kit as far as scalers go. Absolutely loved it. And like I said, I really don't want to get rid of it, but it's actually my favorite of my two scalers, with one exception. The one that I converted is it's a replica of my real vehicle, so that's why I'm trading this one instead of the other one. So because I don't want to give that replica of my real vehicle up, so I'm just gonna trade this one. But I don't know, maybe someday I'll have the opportunity to get it back, who knows. But just kind of pulling my electronics out here now. On Axial especially, your kit versions have a lot better components than your ready-to-runs. Although, with the new ESC that Axial sends, it actually has a drag brake, so it's actually pretty decent. But you'll probably need to change those bottom aluminum links out, because they're the plastic links to aluminum if you get the kit, or if you get the ready to run, because they're they're pretty weak, and they start to bend. Once they start to bend, then your axle's hopping all over the place, and that's what happened with my honcho anyway. Okay, so get that out of there. I don't know if you guys want to stay for this whole build or not, or this whole teardown, but I'm gonna let you guys hang out. Maybe I'll edit it down if it sounds too terrible. But like I say, I started thinking, man, I wish I would have done a mini review on this vehicle, because I think people really need to know that it's nice. It's worth the money. It's gonna hold its value until somebody in the industry comes out with something that trumps this. This thing's gonna hold its value really well, and they're really desirable. Ultimate RC's he started his review on it. I haven't heard his final thoughts on it yet, but should be good, I imagine. And again, these are scalers. These are not crawlers. You're not going to go out and do competition rocks with this thing. This is for trails. This is for out in the woods and stuff like that, and just a blast, really. That stuff is really on there. That's what I get for using Velcro. Come on. There we go. And I put this Velcro over top of one of the screws. There we go. Then I need to remove this. In order to access this splash-proof radio tray, I just run a Spectrum receiver in this, and just as far as my steering servo goes, it's just a 645 MG high-tech. Doesn't have to be anything too spectacular, because these things just have, they have pretty small tires on them, and it's not, you don't really need to go overkill on the steering servo. These little $25 to $30 metal geared servos do just fine on them. Okay, there's my ESC and my motor. Good little setup. Paid $100 for it. Get everything out of there. Put the box back in here. And we are building a new shop. I don't know if you guys care, but I most certainly do. Right now I'm in an attached garage, attached to my house, and here in a couple weeks I'm building a detached pole barn, and I'll have a lot more space. These Ripsaw tires, I was pretty happy with them. They look pretty good. They work pretty good. I mean, I don't compete in any contests or anything, but they worked real well for me. Now, the one thing that you have trouble with when you're, comparing this vehicle, this particular vehicle, the SCX-10, you can say, yeah, it's great and I love it and all that stuff, but what do you compare it to? Nobody else really has anything out there. None of the major manufacturers made anything like, Traxxas or HPI or Team Associated or anything like that. Nobody ever really has made a scaler that I'm aware of that took off. So it's really hard to compare it to. The only thing you really have, the closest comparison would be something like RC four-wheel drive kits, and they're more showpieces in my opinion than just kind of get out there and get them dirty trucks. But I've yet to own one, but I've seen a lot of information about them, and they're pretty neat. But that's the thing about a truck like this. You can say, yeah, I love it, it's great, but the only thing I can compare it to is Axial's existing kits, or the kit that they had before this. So it's really kind of difficult to compare it. I mean, it performs well. It's got the metal frame rails; those are really cool. It's got a nice scale-looking axle, and a lot of scale features. But like I said, compared to what, right? You can't compare it to a crawler. It's not even the same category. But I would love to see someone like Traxxas, I know, or maybe even Team Losi come out with a scaler. It'd be awesome. Maybe do a 2-speed in it, make it all waterproof. Traxxas would be a great company to do that, because they have a lot of engineers that they employ, and they really seem to kind of push the envelope on design, even though they're really crowding the market on how many models they have. But they have the most recognized name, and probably bring out some haters saying that, but it's really true now. I was having dinner in BW3's last week, and saw a Traxxas commercial on the Speed channel. So I mean, I have yet to see anyone else do that. So I really give them credit for, they're the ones that put Short Course on the market. They're the ones that put the monster truck on the map. They weren't the first ones, but they're the ones that brought the T-Max out, that really revolutionized where the monster trucks went. And they're also the first ones to come out with waterproof. The Slash is just iconic in my opinion, and I would love to see them do a scaler. So especially with all their waterproof electronics and stuff they have, oh, it'd be awesome. Do a 2-speed, maybe do some Summit diff locks or something. That'd be pretty awesome. But I have no idea why they haven't done that. Maybe I'm wrong, but I thought the scaler market was a pretty big market. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not as big as I thought. But there it is. It's all tore down. It's a roller now. And here in a couple hours it'll be out of here, and I'll have a new kit to share with you guys. And like I say, I really enjoyed it. Nothing wrong with it. Kind of hate to get rid of it, but this is a way for me to get something a little bit different without shelling out a bunch of cash. Anyway guys, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.